these articles that came out about Shinyun. Have you read them?
I did read the articles, and my initial reaction is the same as a lot of the other dancers too at Shenyun. We're really surprised and sad by what we saw on the article because it is completely the opposite of what we've experienced at Shenyun.
What, for example, you feel is an opposite?
For example, like dancers needing medical treatment and getting refused medical treatment. That's not true. Like my sister, she hurt her foot when she was practicing a flipping movement, and then she just got surgery. So I actually drove her to the surgeon, and then now she's seeking rehab.
She's a principal dancer still, right?
Yeah, still a principal dancer. So after she recovers, whenever that happens, I think a few more months of rehab, she'll come back and she'll probably ease into dancing. So do a few very simple roles, and then once she feels comfortable, she can go back to normal training.
Yeah, there are a lot of accusations in the article, and when I read it, one of the things that they were talking about was this issue of dancers not getting treatment or being discouraged from getting treatment. You're a dance teacher now. Has that been what you've seen around you? Has that been how your relationship with the other dancers is?
No, because I luckily didn't sustain any heavy injuries during my dance career, but a lot of the people around me did, get injured. And recently, there's actually a girl in my class. She is a principal dancer, and she also she actually didn't get a serious injury, but just a very minor injury. Her knee is hurting. And then she got an MRI, and she noticed that there was a small tear. So all she luckily had to do is get a few weeks of rest. And, as a teacher, I asked her to sit out. I prefer, she focus on recovery first, get better, and then she'll be more ready for tour when that time comes around.
What would you say to people who say, well, that's your experience, what about other people?
I think throughout all the companies, we want our dancers to be healthy, and that's, why we're successful. Like if you have a bunch of dancers who are injured, that's not going to work out for a performance as world class. You're not going to have the best effect on stage, and your dancers are going to get hurt. In the long run, you're going to have less and less dancers who are able to perform at their peak. So, of course, I would say everyone wants our dancers to be healthy. It's just very normal, very logical to keep your dancers healthy for a performing arts company.
What about between the dancers, in terms of just staying healthy, preventing? Or do you guys talk about there's certain things that you do in terms of your routines, your preparation that you, as a teacher or as a fellow dancer, enforce?
Of course. I see a lot of students, you can kind of tell when they're a little bit off that day. So some of my students, we're preparing for a dance competition right now. It's within the school, and I'm a teacher at the school as well. So I'm helping a lot of them with preparing for the competition. And of course, I want them to run through their pieces. But when I see that they're a little bit off, I'm like, okay, today you look kind of tired. Then I don't want you to do out your technical movements. Just do out your dance movements, and then don't do your jumps. You can mark it today, and then once you're feeling better, go back into it. That's just, I don't want to push them to the point where you'll hurt yourself. Then you're gonna delay, your improvement, and then you're gonna affect, if you have to, go on tour as practicum as a student, then, that's gonna affect your performance. And that's also one of the great chances as a student at Feitian, at Feitian College. If you're really good at what you do, at dancing, at music, then you do get the opportunity to go on tour. So I don't want to, prevent them from having that opportunity.